We'll see the embodiment of our future in the form of a stunning electric crossover. Before we do that, let's recognize the strengths of our business. Infiniti finished 2018 with more than 234,000 vehicles sold globally and record sales for the all-new QX50, our most important vehicle. Sales of the all-new QX50 increased 111% versus its predecessor, with more than 35,000 vehicles sold from February to December 2018. The QX50 has helped drive sales around the world. It has been very well received and is the right vehicle with the right technology at the right time, and in the fastest growing mid-size premium SUV segment. It is absolutely stunning inside and out. It has the ideal combination of space and utility. The QX50 features the company's latest semi-autonomous drive technology, which we call ProPilot Assist. It's intuitive, it supports the driver, and it keeps occupants safe. ProPilot Assist is the next step towards full autonomy. The QX50 features the world's first variable compression ratio engine, which we call VC Turbo. This is the first production engine that changes its compression ratio on the fly to give the driver the best combination of power and efficiency. VC Turbo is the next step in powertrain technology. Our product and services continue to delight our customers. QX50 has been leading the way, named by Wards as having not only one of the best engines in the industry, but also one of the best interiors. Infiniti was named #1 in the J.D. Power Customer Satisfaction Index here in the US. Looking to the future, I am proud to reaffirm that Infiniti will electrify its entire portfolio from 2021 forward. Infiniti vehicles will be powered by either battery electric or a technology we call e-power. E-power uses a petrol power generator to charge the battery, providing ideal performance and range confidence. Together with a VC turbo engine we offer today, the combination of e-power and EV shows a clear step-by-step roadmap and transition to full electrification. Today marks a special anniversary for Infiniti. It was on a cold January day 30 years ago when the forward-thinking Infiniti brand was born in the USA, right here in Cobo Hall, right here at NAIAS. I'd like to introduce Alfonso Albeza, who was here 30 years ago with Nissan. Alfonso, the floor is yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Christian. I was a young designer back in 1989, and I had just settled into my dream job at the Nissan Design International in San Diego. You see, the reason I'm right here is because 30 years ago, I scammed some tickets from the press pool, and I was way in the back of this crowd just to take a peek at the birth of our new premium brand and our amazing Q45 flagship. It was such a big deal. It was the car that started it all for Infiniti. A completely new proportion from Japan. It was long, and it was wide, and it was low, and it had this super huge V8 engine that really, it was the first time anyone had seen anything like that before. But who can forget its presence, first of all, and the iconic belt buckle-like ornament in the front instead of a grille. Now, a few years later, I somehow made it a little closer, and I was standing a little bit over there for the introduction of the G sedan. Now, the G sedan, very special car, because it was the first on our FM platform. With its unique front mid-engine, it allowed us to lengthen the hood, moved the cabin rearward, and set the iconic Infiniti language gesture for a few generations. Slightly later, I was a little bit closer, and I got to see the FX, what internally we referred to as the bionic cheetah. I was very lucky to see this car in quarter scale before we showed it here. And it looked as if an egg had bitten into an aircraft carrier. It had the long hood. It had the arched cabin slit all the way back. It was a truly impressive vehicle, and this was by far, to this day, my favorite car. A little while later, again, I got to see the G Coupe. Now, the interesting story about the G Coupe is that design came from a morphing of the sedan and to create the kind of proof of concept. And when we showed it to the executives, they fell in love with it so much that it ended up being the design that we kept and has become an icon. A few years later, I was up here next to Mr. Klein, and I was able to see and be part of the modern-day Infiniti, and a language that was inspired by the iconic concept car Essence, with its highly sculpted body and expressive detailing. But I'd like to take this moment now to start talking about the future. Now I'm on stage. Today is a new milestone for Infiniti. This is the beginning of Infiniti's electrified future. Prototype 9, Prototype 10, and Q Inspiration are the explorations into this performance-oriented design language for electrification. And today we see the next chapter of design. 2 years ago, we showed Sayakawa-san how and what Infiniti would look like if it was electrified. He was impressed. He gave us a green light. And today, I want Karim to come up and show us what that next step is going to look like. Karim?
Thank you, Alfonso. I'm grateful to be here today to present the Infiniti QX Inspiration, the first vehicle of this important new era of electrification for Infiniti. Electrification provides a fantastic opportunity for designers and for engineers to redefine the proportions of our cars. As you can see, by having a flat floor and no B-pillar, we're able to provide a wide open and natural way to enter or exit the vehicle. We believe this is a unique opportunity to dramatically improve the ergonomics of our vehicles. The interior is designed as an open lounge area, inspired by mid-century modern architecture and Japanese minimalism. As the age of autonomous driving is upon us, we're rethinking the overall experience of life in an Infiniti. For example, natural light has a huge impact of your perception of space. So we designed a roof inspired by traditional Japanese architecture that filters in the light elegantly. Also, for the cabin lighting, we created a refined color palette inspired by the shades of spring, allowing us to create subtle shifts in atmosphere for each driving experience. The console is purposely high set, floating and light above open space, making sure the driver still has their own unique experience. We selected marble as a reference to its more common use in architecture, but more importantly, it transitions from natural material to a high-tech functional surface. Elsewhere, we try to let the natural beauty of materials shine through. As you can see, there is an inherent beauty in imperfections. Here, we were inspired by the principles of wabi-sabi, which allows imperfections of nature to exist in handcrafted objects. The wide dashboard, which flows from side to side, is designed to provide the most instinctive setting for the information we need in the age of connectivity. The shape of the steering wheel is compact, low, and horizontal to allow for a full view of the dashboard information. And the screens, they provide a precise and clear navigation, connectivity, and entertainment to both driver and passengers in a natural and instinctive way. The age of electrification and autonomy is here, and Infiniti aims to constantly improve the driving experience. We have a 30-year history of challenging ourselves and the status quo. The Infiniti QX inspiration is everything we believe in, and it has been 30 years in the making. Here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the Infiniti QX inspiration. You can't see it, but it is here. We're incredibly proud of this car. The Infiniti QX inspiration is the manifestation of our electric ambition. Our goal is to create an aesthetic driven by technology and meticulous engineering. On the front of the car, we can see the three-dimensional infinite road at the center of our illuminated badge. It's a symbol of Infiniti's electrified future. It's underlined by the Infiniti word type and framed by the lines that echo today's double-arch grille. The headlamps are intentionally concise, thin, and recognizably minimal. Here, as in the interior, the attention to detail is inspired by the craftsmen and women of Japan. As we look to the side, the execution of the muscular, powerful surfaces and the taut lines flowing throughout the car showcase the artistry and the passion of our talented designers and modelers. Some of them are here in the front row, actually. That same source of inspiration carries over to the rear, where the design is strong yet serene. The narrow aerodynamic cabin is flanked by wide and muscular shoulders. The balanced typography of the lettering highlights the clean, calm, and composed surfaces that make up the rear of this incredible vehicle. And now, going back to the side, the doors open, and you can recognize the spirit of traditional Japanese hospitality. As an usher would in a theater, a light path reaches out and guides you to the comfort that awaits. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of our global design team, thank you.